appoint the donor partner, then be back out of the process and safe. When I've been get for good and neighboring country like Kenya for take some of the equipment same way for enable una for do the census.
Okay, thank you very much. So how prepared we be? I've been not begin talk on Dandy, but importantly, I'm very happy before I continue go on for say, I'm happy that a very welcoming that Syria, when at the mouthpiece of a political party, actually don't see they're ready for support, they're ready for the on board. We've been finding it difficult the last census, forget that day from there. So it been pleased me, very pleasing way. I will also see Abdul Kagbo when the leader of the opposition parliament. Abdul Kagbo, by the way, na my squad mate, na my squad mate now Radicals Club. Now good thing that the leadership, they actually support the census publicly, all right? Because that they basically means even the supporters, they buy into it. That they basically mean. So we're happy as an institution that they happen. As I see the other day on AYV said they support the process. Physically, I don't talk and say they're ready for also support the process, and a welcome news for we as well. We're happy about Dandy. So the reason why that is important now because one of the reasons why I would tell you for free we get this situation where there was a whole lot of rancor around the census. Now because seemingly the political parties then, particularly the opposition, not been too support the census, there were suspicions. As they say, at the start, yes, they're part of the committees, Dr. Richard Conte been the part of the advisory committee, they go meetings, but there were always suspicions about the intent and purpose, the actual intent and purpose of the census, all right? So that will be one major reason we get all the issues we get, because international donors or partners say what you may, they say they look at the environment. If the environment look volatile to them, you understand, then they begin question the involvement, because they for be seen as the arbiters, then for be seen as people and mediators, waiting at the center, not where they lean towards one person or lean towards the other. But all said and done, those were learnings, all right? I don't say in a previous program thing, we don't pass that stage day. Me, I know they talk about, I don't want to really dwell too much on what happened in 2021. We're looking ahead to 2025, all right? We for Ghana support, we for Ghana resources, we for able to come together, get a whole lot of publicity around us so people understand the essence and purpose of this census and why important that you actually get the senior census. And we're glad that we get the political parties on board. We're ready for support the process. We're ready as an institution. There are so many things that have to be done. By the way, make I also even make this clear. We therefore set up the Census Secretariat. Now, by law, the Census Secretariat, they be separate from the day-to-day running of Statistics Sierra Leone. So you get Statistics Sierra Leone where they run. We as an institution get for they exist. We get for they keep on running as an institution. All right. The census now a project. That census as a project get for the run independently of Statistics Sierra Leone as an administration. Okay. Now so the law say. So the Secretariat get for they will they run the affairs of the census during the period where the census from now up to the period where the census they happen. Mean say because census the statistics as an institution will not run. You understand? All of that will go, they do go stop now. So now you make them normally the law make provision for make you devolve or you actually diffuse them functionally. You remove one from the other, like you for differentiate them. Okay? So that is something we're working right now for set up that Secretariat day, and we want to keep people abreast as much as possible with the development and where they happen. All right. See, in Nairobi, we don't get a long relationship from the last census. We don't meet plenty side, we don't talk on this census. Though all the time I can say, me not a politician, and I can keep on saying that there, right? But we want the politician there because we need them. Census, as they say, even the statutory aspect of the census for lay and a parliament, not the statistics they go lay and a parliament. Now ministry, then a politics. For crime go to parliament, lay and a parliament, you get for lobby the politicians, this and that, you get them buying for making, make another objection up to the 21 days. Now politics, we cannot do that as an institution. So you cannot take away the politics from the census, but you need the politicians for their on board.
This is the planning stage for 2025 December.
Yeah.
Where the census will get for happen. So far, waiting you go see the lessons them where Statistics Sierra Leone as an institution will go for handle this learn from the midterm census.
Okay, so I think one major lesson we're visible for the eyes and for everybody for seeing are the facts. You have to have the support of the people. All right. No activity that will go on well when a national activity if you don't get everybody for come on board. So one major lesson where we learned was that we need to get as much support as possible from all aspects of society, particularly the politicians. So the fact that we're not been getting political support from one aspect of the aisle that be a major factor will obstruct the 2021 census. Okay? And we go one for rights than they this time around. And we're happy that the politicians and they are around for ensuring they support the process. And we say we'll keep them in the know of everything where they happen so they understand exactly how things they go. Because really, this census now we no more, now statistics no more they do as an institution, like now we did before. But not so we get the census. People are also get for understanding the census na a national exercise. Now just by law you get for one institution where they are at the front. But you know what it mean? It basically means say every other institution in this country, including all the political parties, actually in a part of the census, therefore they on board the census. Because not so if now for we self we do census for, then we don't need people there. You understand? But because we do census for the populace of Sierra Leone, we need the people there. Because at the end of the day, we go for can count back.
You say census na a project and they get forget a secretariat on your own.
Yes, that's what they lost.
We mean say in order for obstruct una your work.
Yes.
And one of the issues them way political party them like the APC don't they raise now how una they go about forget a clean recruitment process.
Good.
Forget people the way they walk into that particular secretariat.
Yeah.
And they want for be involved in all of them process then.
Yeah.
How statistics will ensure say that happen?
Okay, so the recruitment, the important aspect, I think I want to talk about them, but it just escaped me small bit. So we get for do all recruitment, then I will tell you for free. You're not going to be just recommendations. See this, you don't know in office, you call, oh, I get them in 2 boy, 3 boy, alone, I put them by the census. We get for do advertisement. That advertisement, they get for go through a proper recruitment process. We get for conduct tests. In fact, we want to make the thing as digital as possible to a point that we even, right now, there are discussions ongoing so that we will get tests online. Now they will go for begin eliminate people in force. Online test. We the people that we know they pass the basics, we pull them come off first. The one that we pass the basics, we move them to the next stage. We also get forget physical trainings. After we don't do all the equipment, all right, we don't get the people who want. As I say, you get to be a very rigorous process. I like and say that 50,000 people we need in this country. We get to make sure so we get it right. We get to make sure say the right people and get employed, devoid of their connections. Then they will now we. And the good thing is that the good thing that I will tell you this way comes to the equipment, even with the last census, we get very little interference. One thing I will tell you that say what you may, you will get situations where see this you don't have a political office, all right, highly placed political office. You go call in one for recommend people there. Then they know they done. Say what you may, you know they done. We get for accept that fact. It was there. We see the in government, all right. We see the in government. It is there currently. Somebody go call. Oh, I get this and this and this. I get me blah 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 blah. But you can get you blah. The only thing we see, they then go through the process. They'll be sure say, then go through the process and competent enough, all right, for actually do the work. Now, then they don't. We count to the training. So meaning the don't pass that initial exam don't mean say now all things don't know. We gotta forget exams. All right, exams get for the egos. Now per net exams and they now drop people. We maybe not perform well because this is not digital. This is not to just for you take paper right. You get for be conversant with tablets and the workings of the Android environment. You get for be very conversant with them. All right. So we therefore also do all the exams and
talking about the tablets, a situation where the last census, certain area then the tablets and not be count quick, certain area then the tablets and not be even come on at all, and a whole lot of challenges when I begin for go lent tablets and other country then come. How prepared in terms of the money, the resources for ensure say all the equipment them wanna need for go digital, wanna get it on time, wanna do wanna test it on time, so that the exact the way the census for begin when December 5th, no obstruction or go up along the line.
Okay, so how already we have with regards the resources being available for do the all procurement in day? I think that a question for ask the government of Sierra Leone, because this census, according to what we understand from what the presidency, they want for commit considerable financial resources.
So now government fully defund them.
It's not possible the government fully fund the census. It's not possible the government fully fund the census. There are reasons why. So even if governments want to fund the entirety of the census, you always get international partners, you always get partners like UNFPA, like UNECA, all right? We go always want to provide technical support. Now, when they provide technical support in there, then they ask government for pay for it. Now, then they pay the experts there. So if you say government they fully fund that, it basically means that government from pay to pay that they do all things. So it's not possible. Low even say government want to fund 80 or 90%. They still get room for donors. I mean, they get the development partners meeting, who's in the pool resources, who are the support technically, who are the support financially. You still get financial support from international partners. Say what you mean, okay? So the funding aspect, nothing way for now, government don't say then they take the lead, okay? Now they based on the statement with the president make, now we understand and say they take the lead, which is a good thing. So now they get for buy the tablets. Now, coming to talk about the tablet and will not be the come on for the census and all of that. You know, we have to accept one thing. When we do the census in 2021, we've been get resource constraints. We've been go to Kenya for learn with them tablet the way they do for the census. Those were tablets with them we don't use already. Okay? And the thing with digital equipment, even with laptops, if you take the laptop, you open a brand new, you use them for just 3 months. The person next way they take them for user, and not go be like way they. When you take them brand new, there will be difficulties, all right? Bugging issues go happen, you know, with the debug well and all of that. So then issues and they will happen. We intend for procure brand new tablets where Sierra Leone go own. By the way, offline I've been telling us even the tablet they will loan from Kenya. We don't turn them back to Kenya. All right? That's why even turn them back, they really write we and ask we. Say, because again, there's we get a change of leadership, you know. Again, it comes to the politics of the census. So we had a situation where Nabi Uhuru Kenyatta, Nabi head of state at that time, or president of Kenya at that time. And the head of the Statistical Bureau in Kenya, you know, I think be appointed by the president or so. So government change. All right, government change, you get a new leadership and all. The new person we can, they were under pressure. No, then tablet they really put them in, so we for call them back. So they formally wrote us for me to send the tablet them back. What we don't do back, we don't send to them.
And the work we wanna been do with them particular tablets and the data we been come out. A lot of question mark been there. People been get a lot of concern, not been trust the figures them we wanna been give and all of that. In this 2025 census, at any point the way on go for use parts or all of that data we've been come out that midterm census.
So you always get a baseline. All right, we do a census, okay? So the baseline for the 2025, the 2021 census, I mean the 2015. The baseline for the 2025 for be the 2021. However, it don't mean say we get a baseline, means say you go like use the entirety of the data. But you get forget something for work with, like you get forget now like we get a frame, all right? Now that frame that you use, now forget the new
because the
population.
reason why they ask, if people they don't question then data, then then on a plan for use them back, how on going make sure
no, so when you say use them
arise?
back, when you say use them back, I they try to understand what you mean by use them back. We conduct a new census.
Una not get nothing for do with that data we been come out from midterm.
So the data we come out from midterm, now the frame. With the frame now like the map of Sierra Leone. The map of Sierra Leone and the frame dandy.
So if that frame they get questions, how na plan for work on them?
By the way, when we do the last census, one thing I will tell you that, and city know this, we not do no boundary delimitation. No. We not do no boundary delimitation. Not like the last census way, after which you do boundary delimitation, this shift, this shift, this shift. So the frame remain intact. Okay? So they work with the same frame with it.
All right.
And whatever change get for happen now will be afterwards, maybe after the census, if at all, major shifts in the population, major shift in the areas, movement in the and all way, really considerable to that point for make you do the delimitation, then we would want.
All right, we can't talk about the boundary delimitation because we don't begin the rumors of adding new districts and all. We can't talk about how that they will be determined. See, the law bring you kind of the area of government taking ownership, funding about 80% of the process, get for procure the equipment. Now something that the way the APC party they in support of say let government own the entire process and maybe international donor partner then go just support with technical support?
I mean anything when national you go expect government for take the lead because now the responsibility of government for ensure say a national event like this happen. But of course like Samuel say, whether government decide for provide the resources, you get for always rely on the technical expertise, international technical expertise, because you know census not just something we limited for national use. The data where they come out of census also could be used internationally. They're international organizations, then they rely on them data and they for determine certain international benchmarks for your country also, your population size, you know, the women population, for example, you know, when it comes to, you know, certain social issues, then we they of international interest, all of them things then they, so that is why you always the CC then can get keen interest for ensure say at the end of the day then self go able use the data where they come out from this you know. So for us as opposition really we not so much concern if government decides that they're able fund. We just for ensure say if they say they're able funds the resources available, that is one, and secondly the resources not get for strain the country in terms of you know other areas them also we need government attention, that is two, and three that the right expertise they are available. So we always get for rely on the international community like they say, because certain expertise then they way might not be available in the country where we go rely on them for bring up, you know, certain like for example government get for need vehicles, get for need motorbikes in terms of the tablets, all of them things like this. So those are huge economic implications where we feel say maybe go warrants with government for call on the donors then for help.
From after the 2023 elections, on a party not on the see eye to eye with government, on a don't get a lot of issues them for let on function properly as an opposition we suppose for the part of government. But this census where His Excellency make the proclamation, if Fibalek it go be like the icebreaker for let owner and government begin sit down and work one-to-one, because you don't make commitments, say owner committed for work with government for ensure say the country gets a clean and proper data. Why?
You know, important for let that one day happen, Khadija. Even for us as a political party, important because no matter what happened, there is every possibility, high chance, that the next government of this country will be APC. And this census, they happen in 2025. So which means we're not going to get any census by 2020, before 2028. So whatever data we get for come out of this census, when we dey in governance, we go use that data dey for help we for plan with development programs for this country. So it is important, it is our responsibility for ensure say the census happen in a manner in which at the end of the day, when we come into governance, we go able to use the data. We don't want come, we begin for scramble, or we see some skewed data, we not go inform we very well as to how we could develop this country. So, that is one aspect of it. And then secondly also, we also get a responsibility. We always don't get open arms for ensure say we able to work with government for develop this nation. We owe it to our people for make sure say the right thing always done by them. With the struggle in terms of economy, because we know say government or they listen from day one. If they be listen, most of their issues that they face will not go face them. As opposition, we always don't they communicate. We always they raise the red flag. We always they ring the alarm bells, because let we not forget say now we hand over power, give the SLPP. So we get proper understanding of what governance is. We get proper understanding as to what it means for make you provide for you people, make you serve you people, because our record shows that immediately we government don't do better in terms of developing this nation. I go point to areas after areas. When you compare the statistics, you're going to say we did better. So if I don't serve them very well, and the people of this country very well, if they listen to we, and it's still not late it. They're supposed to begin listening now, so that this small time we don't left for them, it will be good for them small in terms of performance.
See, the way to make up of the fact, say, this 2025 census, we're not fully ready for corporate. We're not fully ready for corporate for ensure say it come out fine. What to make up of the fact, say, the frame of this 2025 census, they come from the 2021 midterm census when I've been crying foul about.
Well, I mean, there are certain aspects of their work there. I mean, when I make I go back to my statistical knowledge.
Which is good, because people don't want for you cry. Now when I don't begin happily at the end of the day, when I begin raise concerns.
So like Samuel say, you get the frame, we pretty much now the map of Salone. We they look at different districts, communities, on that map day. So the enumerators then job, then they go into their communities and they base on the current boundaries we will get now the current map. Exactly. When I know the framework they talk about. Yeah. And that boundary they emanate from the 2015 census, like you rightly say, because 2021 they're not able to get. So whereas the 2021 data may have shown a change in the population sizes of the different areas that the country for obvious reasons, because more than half of the population probably not being grilled and counted, rightly so, because of waiting we tell them. The frame of itself remains the same. So when they go collect fresh data now as to the actual population size of the people, and based on the settlements and the different communities. So we don't feel say the 2021 census go really get much impact of waiting here for happen in 2025 based on waiting them be collect. Like he said, this now fresh census, now fresh data that they collect, and this get for help we for know the actual population size of Salone, because if we all participate and they're able for count we all, where we all for ensure say then count we, when at day we get for come in as opposition for ensure say we people for make sure say they count them. Who say they not count them, therefore actually able for inform we say they not count we too. So we say go bring them to the attention of Statistics Sierra Leone or the people that were responsible say social community na they not count them it. Let us make sure say the people and go for constant. So at the end of the day, we'll go know the actual population size of Sierra Leone.
All right, continue for those in the program CDI at Tunis in the National Publicity Sector for the All People's Congress APC Party. Today in the program we look at the 2025 Housing and Population Census. As we all know, His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Maada Bio don't make a proclamation say starting from December 5th, 2025, Statistics Sierra Leone for begin for count everybody in the country. We get Samuel Asumana, when a director of communications, most of Statistics Sierra Leone, they don't tell we how prepared the institution be for conduct the census. And according to them, they say that they do a fully digital and then they prepare now for get all the equipment that they need for ensure so they get a clean data where government will use for development purpose. We'll come back to two studio guests them when they continue with the breakfast show.
Alright, and as we continue with the breakfast show, now at time for we go and watch we market series them we Liberty Online TV can bring to you. Also we can go na different markets them for go know what's the price of commodities and sound like and safe for the one them way now authorities and no say price and look down they go up on a daily basis. Well today we team go waka na the Ascension Song market. Also we go for go know what's na the cost for consigres na the Ascension Song market. Let we join David Yankee say as he been go waka day for talk to the market woman them.
Hello viewers, as we don't continue for gonna update with regards to local commodities them na the country. Today Liberty Online Television Kawaka na the Ascension Song market. For can see the views of market woman where they sell rest, especially rest there with the plants na salon country rest. They can tell we witness some of the challenges that they get for selling rest and witness some of the prices them where they can go buy and how they can sell. Witness some of the complaint and concern there where people self we can buy today. They raise.
It's right there they buy on 2,000. Now, say the loader, Amochoka, the counter, don't cost. You back an adult cotton and then the counter, they can offload by back. And that by back the deer. So we buy by back, man, pass is sell and like 6,000 for cup. And make it on deer so. You buy back right now, then they buy and then 1 million. 1 million. That refresh 1 million right now, that's what they sell. So we buy and so pass is sell and 6,000. Yes. So now they make them sell and deer because they buy and deer and then they pay transport and people then back when they go for go. For over this rest here. No get no side way they get. What they eat for the days every boku. And upon that rest then they get for pull all team. So now I make them sell and so. I make them sell and 6,000 for cup. So you get so deer. They go buy and deer and that's why they sell and deer no more.
So what the government do for?
If government go work for low catch and deer, no problem. But this is deer right now. Who they buy and deer. We buy deer money for sell deer. I so no more. So get for cost. We buy deer for sell deer. This rough fresh here more. And this bag this they buy and deer and now it's man country that's not they come on. They buy and deer. How they buy and deer and so they sell and deer back. This they buy at 6,000. Now you don't go 800 and 900. Left small leg go 1 million. This vampire. This how do they call us? This now very so before see. Only this you don't go past. They can't happen 1 million now.
Would they buy 6 years? Would they can sell 7,000? Would they get 1,000 profits?
So now by couple of the buyer?
Yeah.
So the one that we can buy to now. What are some of the concerns that we can raise?
Then they say the things that they are. Now me back at the tell and say, me back at the go buy another court, they are one, and I pay transport. So now me come back, I don't put that 1,000 profits.
When me actually na buy cup I dey go buy. I dey buy the cup like this wire I dey buy on 6,000. The cancel on 7,000. Yeah. This other one, this swallow guess, in back we buy on 6, so they sell on 7. Then the white one day, you go fresh the white one. Like if you want cook rice. In now they buy on 7, they sell on 8.
Right. So then they sell rice then so. What are some of the complaints that way people really can buy to they make?
Well, people they complain because why they complain? They take and say at least this na salary they processor. If for they done more than the other, I guess the way they count. If for they done because of na the processor. But when India so where some man the way he acts, he grumble. You just get for grumble because why? This na the planter. Suppose for go down, for rice too. It dia pass the way they count say phone and push shower. Well, they plead to the government so that they go help we at least let them get there so can anything where they process and salon at least go back make more say this area they make a go down. Don't know buy like how they buy the other one they will come. And then you know what they plead to the government.
Viewers and listeners, this now some of the concern way people where they sell at the essential town markets, especially market women where they sell country rest over the go na salon. Don't raise also they call on the attention of government and all other stakeholders that were involved, because if all remember say during the second term of His Excellency the President, 1 year down the line we promise say field salon and priority areas, but a lot of time the people don't complain. Say Tina would go na salon expensive. Continue. For What Liberty Online Television for credible, factual and balanced news, and Mina David Yankee reports.
We continue with the breakfast show, and we come back in our studio for continuing for talk about the 2025 housing and population census, where Statistics Salon go begin for due December 5, 2025. We still get the Director of Communications, Wena Samuel and Sumana, we come out from Statistics Salon. Now come back to you, Samuel. Earlier, Abe asked about demarcation of the boundaries and also rumors of additional 2 districts them don't begin go out there. Wetin can inform Statistics Salon in terms of demarcating the boundaries or maybe make additional districts?
Okay, thank you very much. So, make one thing clear. Not so we they actually do demarcation of boundaries. Not so we they constitute constituencies. What do we do? Now for present the data we are available. We present the data we are available based on all the population we get, and if there are major shifts to make unknown. Now the Electoral Commission of Sierra Leone, all right, and the local government, Ministry of Local Government, and then get the right to do demarcation of boundaries or reconstitution of constituencies, and then get that right for do one. The only thing is, when they get ready for doing, if the need they for it and doing, then they ask for technical expertise for help them for doing, but not to be domain for doing. Now then they initiate the process for doing. So we get for make that very clear. Not we mandate, and we mandate not just the data
but
collection. But
the census they inform that particular decision.
Yes,
now based
data.
on the population,
Yes.
they don't gather.
Yes, now the census data they inform Dandy. Now the census data they inform Dandy. So we get for make Dandy very, very clear as well. Yeah. Now, coming to the issue we get for do it, how the data collection get for be done, and the fact. Okay, see even they talk about previously when they talk, advanced see the knowledge of the demographic and statistical indicators when they talk about.
It's fully prepared.
And you're right. You understand? You're right. So you don't forget a frame. That frame, basically, the frame now like outside the current localities and territories in this country. That is what basically, in simple terms, that they mean. Okay? So it means that even though we get shifts in the population, like changes in the different populations, but primarily the areas then, like this village in boundary, that village, that town in boundary, this district in boundary, they're not changed at all. Okay? So waiting for basically happen in a situation where now when immigrators and supervisors get for going out for check, if their population they remain the same, or they don't increase, or they don't decrease, as the case may be. All right? Maybe some villages and towns and don't move, because some village and some town and village and they extinct. Then they totally abandon some town and village and then go to, some people and they move go out of town, go out of village. Then the movement they take place. So now that day now we immigrators and supervisors get for go find out for see what thing they happen.
Normally, before we conduct the actual census, as Stat Salon, we can do like a pre-assessment before the census.
Okay, so we get what we call cartographic mapping. I think I begin to talk about them before. So the cartographic mapping na a situation where you divide this country into small bits of enumeration areas. An enumeration area and an area where one enumerator they go counts, and that particular locality they get between 80 to 120 households. Nine enumeration area. We now divide this country into small bits of enumeration areas. For example, Freetown. Make I give Freetown as an example. This area all day, all right? This area all day. You take 80 to 120 households, you put them together, now in one enumeration area. So inside this area alone all day, sometimes you get 6, 7, 8 enumeration areas inside here alone, because a big area, a big territory. This Freetown a big place. Sometimes inside Freetown you go over 8,000 to 9,000 enumeration areas inside Freetown alone, because you get so many households. Okay, now when once you don't do that, you don't get the enumeration areas and the correct. You don't do all the technical bits. You don't measure the households, and you don't know exactly how many households and they are. You now divide them between the enumerators. With people, and now they go concert the enumeration areas and they. Okay, that they be the basis for make them collect data. Now, that cartographic mapping day, after we don't do the enumeration areas, we don't put it into small bits. That cartographic mapping, now they can determine the map based on the count of the households. Now we could say cartographic mapping, the initial map. Now that initial map they give we enumerators for go confirm. Okay? Based on this cartographic mapping, what we'll determine the enumeration areas here, waiting the situation look like, then go count now for check. Okay? So that is a very Herculean task. The time when I've been paper, cartographic mapping they take 1 year. When I've been paper census will be they do. Because now the biggest aspect of the census. If you not do one, you're not able to go count. Because that actually they determine who side people and they, who side house and they, who side people and not they, who side people and they live, tongue them, we don't move, they don't move, now doing the cartographic mapping.
So based on this process we don't explain, we're not able to get any projection as to the next population of Salone?
We don't want to talk about projections. You know why we don't want to talk about projections? Because we do a census. Okay? International partners and they talk about projection. Okay? Now they talk about projection, the international partners, then talk about the projection. We know they talk about projection because we do a census. Okay? Now, certainly we get forget the projection of the population figures. We certainly get forget Andy. But we want to look at what the actual would be in 2025 and not what the projected figure would be. Because you can project, you can under project or over project. So okay. We don't want to under project or over project. We want to be very certain of what will come out at the end of the day.
Let me bring in CD in the area of sensitization, informing on our membership or supporters, or let themselves own this process, like how owner as a party don't own them. How prepared is the APC party now that President Bio don't make the proclamation? Una say for go on the ground, begin for tell una people about the importance of census.
Okay, so for us, we already don't begin set up committees. So as soon as Statistics Sierra Leone set up the governing committees and different committees, and also we required for get representatives, now then committees, then we go identify the competent people who get the requisite knowledge and skills for go serve on them committees, then they. On we own part as a party internally, we self they put in structures, then we one go be responsible for liaise with that committee we get for serve on, so that we will get daily updates as to what's happening at Statistics alone or na the census secretariat, so we'll go feedback to the membership and the general public. And also we require for do joint publicity with whether na Statistics alone or any committee we then set up, so that we go remove the myth and suspicions around the census issues. We go always do it. But also, we self-get for set up committees internally for monitor the whole process. So we feel say things not they go right, we go bring them to the attention of the governing bodies them so that then go step in and correct the side and way things not they go right.
Talking about communication and for let people understand really waiting the census get for them, but we all see right from the word go after the president's speech already. Certain group of people already begin project say after this census so and so districts then go for add to the districts them. As an opposition, waiting on an expectation, especially from Statistics Sierra Leone where they conduct the census and government overall for manage the communication in a way where people the expectation not going to be high like how we all know the experience where people let me get from the tripartite work expectations. Waiting on they expect government say they for handle this particular aspect. Because you go social media now, they see people already, we don't begin to tell people and say, after the census, 2 districts for the, well, they're saying at the south. When me no, but that we see in the right. Waiting I comment on
I mean, similar things been happening prior to the 2021 census. Yeah. In the first place, anybody we get knowledge on census issues not go do that because they not even do the census. You don't know how the population spread get for day at the end of the day. You don't know if then go can notice say the population size don't increase more in other area than Osai they even think. And that is why it is important that we all involve as citizens and stakeholders of the country. So at the end of the day, we not go see saying that manipulations happen. That is one. Secondly, the government also get for show sincerity in this. Make them really know say census not to just for politics. It also get a lot for do with development. Boundary delimitation, I get for say this not unique to Sierra Leone. It happens any side census they happen. Recently, in the US, for example, they delimit boundaries will affect also how even political sittings then change because of that delimitation they will happen. But you have to ensure say the delimitation it's informed by the population size. They just do it because if you say you want for R2 district now this side and remove one district from the other side. No, it has to be informed by the census data. And for that, we make sure say the census data credible. We all have to be involved for make sure say the census itself is done properly, able for capture the actual population size of the country. We'll not for begin for, Mabel, I always they say this, whenever I sit down on TV or radio for talk about this country, I don't mostly get politics in mind. And I really want young people young people particularly for begin for know this, that whatever we wish for this country now, for let any government do or let any political class do, now we get for affect more in the future. So if we begin to talk about adding 2 districts already, we cannot even provide the basics. I just watch this now, where a reporter they do the analysis for waiting to happen at the markets. We're not even able to provide the basics for we people. Electricity will still a struggle. Water will still a struggle. Healthcare provision will still a struggle. Education for we Pikine will still a struggle. We focus for B how this census go help we for determine how we go spread the resources for address their issues then. But if we begin to talk about all our R2 district, which benefits that one they get on the development of this country?
What would be one of the greatest disappointments in this process?
The greatest disappointment is now we will go see people go begin for try for manipulate this whole census business for give them political advantage. That will be the greatest disappointment because we don't come out as an opposition. We don't give a commitment to the people of this country, and would encourage the people of this country for participate because we sincerely want for work with government for ensure say we get a proper census. We could give it the actual population size of this country, and we could also inform we as to the actual population spread. For let able help we how we go, distribute the mega resources we'll get across this nation. So it will be really disappointing at the end of the day if we begin for see people and begin for be manipulative. They want for use this for give them political advantage. We don't want to get into a situation where this not a decennial census. This not the law say we for do. We not for miss this opportunity, because if we get them wrong, again will take we another 10 years for get them right. We cannot miss a whole decade for bring actual development to we people. So I really go be disappointed. It will be a grave disappointment for we if this not go right.
All right, so now we look at few messages them where people don't send at the program this morning. The first hour they take the comments from Mystic Dwaza. They say organizing census is good because it will help us to do proper decentralization. My fear is the funding for the 2025 census. We don't want to see a scenario like the 2023 election where people worked and didn't get their entitlement up to this moment.
All right, to look at more messages now the YouTube channel. Suleiman Kamara, they say, as Sierra Leoneans, do we think it's necessary for the government to conduct this census right now while there are other priority areas at hand? It may be very costly and time-consuming.
Jibril Sanfa Bango on Facebook, they say, dear Communication Director, I urge you to thoroughly investigate the shortcomings of the 2021 premature census. It is crucial to address these issues in order to ensure the credibility and accuracy of 2025 population and housing census. As we move forward with future data collection, it is imperative that we rectify the errors and ensure that our census data is reliable and trustworthy. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Robert Cabo, they say this census is very necessary and it will expose the midterm census. It takes 10 years for any country to count the population.
This one, they say, good morning. Statistics Sierra Leone must ensure to sensitize the people of Sierra Leone about the census and its importance to national planning and development, especially to our people in the villages. They have to know how pivotal the census is. Otherwise, when the time is due, they will prefer to say, una left wibo. They don't say where then the country, but up to date, we not see exactly, we not see nothing, exactly their utterances. All right, so they look at few more message. They will come back in the studio. For the Mustafa today, they say census is not for development in Salone, but only benefits the politician. It's all about parliamentary seat and nothing more. Let the government try to provide facilities for 3 million people from the 1985 census and stop wasting the merge resources of the country. All right, from the messages then they come back in the studio. They start with you, Samuel. They'll go to city for wrap up. A lot of people they urge you now for go into massive sensitization, especially people in the villages.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, you know, we plan for this year. We plan for next year really, and we will do the census from now to that 10 day. We want to do the biggest publicity where we don't ever see around the census in Sierra Leone, with the help of CD then, with the help of all the other political parties then, with the help of civil society, with the help of UNANA, the media, with the help of the international partners, and also with the help of the government of Sierra Leone. We want to do that day so that people understand why we conduct the census and the benefits of the census gets to the people of Sierra Leone. All right, so we understand so we've been getting lots of issues around publicity for the last census for obvious reasons, because one, some areas in this will not be able for go there, they get mind for go there. If we all understand the atmosphere, but we're glad in this term that city they even want for partner with we for do communication. All right, we go appreciate that the way we and the political parties then go get town halls, all right? We get this party sit on, this party sit on, this other party sit on. You know, we mediate them town halls and they make we explain, make us talk to them people there. We want to get float parades, all right? We then go understand, people then go understand what exactly they go on. We want to get Laudela vehicles so they move, you know, massively in all the districts and towns across this country. We want to really do sensitization where actually they resonate with the people and the gone, not to just sit on a radio and television and talk. And people where they now the provinces sometimes not even get television or radio. All right, so we want for really bring can the communication and sensitization for the census to the people, and with the help of the political parties, we go try to do that. That's not one aspect. The other one I think somebody talk about I want for talk about now. You know. Somebody says census not just for politics, all right? I don't want for completely agree. Because even with international partners, when they come at this country, before they come, months before they come, any NGO can come at this country, the first thing they do now for take the census data, look at the population spread, look at the facilities, look at the areas of intervention. Now the data that they look at, then they inform the areas of intervention. Okay, it's not like say other people they get water facility problems. All right, then we do water facility intervention. Yeah, they get health facility problem. Health facilities are there, the amount where they are not just one. Then we build hospitals and yeah. It's not just about politics. We get for also, so that the notion this way, CD and the rest of the other political parties, then we do. Therefore, help we for communicate to the people and make you understand. Say, census is not just about politics. It's about young development. All right. Every institution, every NGO in this country, every government, including CD, all right, then government prior. For they didn't do anything, then get for go back to the census data. You not just they can want for go build school in Falaba. Why you want for go build school in Falaba? Again for be informed by data. Okay, based on why you want for go build school in Falaba now because Falaba are the only district who only get one school. So one for build other schools and they. You not just the guys you want to build school in Kailan, or you want to do water facility na Moyamba, or you want to do na Bombali na Makeni. You get for being informed by data.
Right,
so let people understand, say, Khadija, census is not just about politics. Yes, there is a whole lot of politics where they go into them, all right, but then you get the development facilities where they bring come, the development trajectory where they bring come to this country, way outweigh the politics about.
All right, thank you very much, Samuel and Sumana. Quickly, CD, before you left, what thing will be your word of encouragement to supporters and all on our people and for inform them say when they come on board and when fully want them for engage in this entire process?
The thing is, this census in the law na this country say we for do this not the decennial census for happen every 10 years. So we as a party, they fully participate and we call on all we membership and supporters then for participate. We get for set up structures across the country as to how we go involve with party structures them everywhere so that themselves go there on top of situation at the various areas then. But for now, let's put all these suspicions aside. Let Statistics alone set up the governing bodies where we self go make sure say we day inside there so we go know it in the happen. At the end of the day, the census go come on fine. Let them count we on. Now till next year, from now till next year December, we dey monitor the process for make sure say everything there in place so that when the census starts, we go there also for inform with membership and the entire populace of this country how everything they go.
All right, many thanks to the Tunis National Publicity Secretary for the All People's Congress, and also Samuel and Sumana, Director of Communications from Statistics Sierra Leone, now joining the program this morning. We can talk about the preparedness and how the opposition self-willing for support Statistics Sierra Leone so that they will get a successful census and everybody in the country then go contam for let them go get accurate data we go inform developments and different parts in the country. Many thanks to now joining in the studio this morning. Now, so they end the program, the breakfast show. Princess Piers 9 produced the program. Dennis Kamara and Musa Saoko man get technical support to the production team. We make on see we live. Mina Khadija Bangwa, they say have a blessed day and enjoy your holiday.
All right, and Mabel Kabade say continue for listening and tell more people about Liberty Online TV. Until we meet again, have a good day.